Aita for feeling abandoned by my wife's frequent trips? This is my first time posting. My wife, 28, and I, 29 have been together for 6 years, lived in our house for 4 years, married for 3 years, and have a 2-year-old son together. She was laid off during COVID and hasn't worked since. She has always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and we are both good with it. Even though she doesn't work, she does a small side hustle, selling some collectibles online. She does struggle to make friends in person but has become friends with a girl she met online doing the reselling as she does, and they have become close friends. In January, she told me that she and our son were going to make a trip to visit her friend about 900 miles away for 2 weeks, which I was fine with, or so I thought. I was beginning treatment for my depression with Zoloft and was on half a dose for a month, and things were okay. Once she was at her friend's house about a week into the trip, I was to move to my full dose of Zoloft. However, when I did, my mental health spiraled downwards dramatically, where I had reached out to some close friends to have them hold my firearms until I was better, and I desperately wanted my family back, and I was not the nicest about it to my wife. I understand that. However, she did not come home until 5 weeks from when she left, stating that she had never seen my mental health that bad before, and was scared that I was unpredictable, which I understood after Zoloft was cleared from my system. She was home for about a month and stated that she wanted to take another trip to visit her friend, and that this would be the last trip for the year to visit her friend. I was depressed when my wife and son were gone before, not only because of Zoloft, but just because it's my wife and son, and almost everything I do when I'm not working revolves around them. So when they are not home, it feels like my life is falling apart. But I agreed to let her go for 4 weeks because I may not have given it a fair shot with my mental state not being in a good place. So they did go out of state for 4 weeks, but when she came home, she told me that she was planning on going again for her birthday after she had told me that this would be the last trip for the year. And I was extremely upset about this, and feel that she was only telling me it was the last trip of the year to appease me, with no intention of keeping to her word, and that she was allowed to change her mind. I don't disagree that she is allowed to change her mind, but I feel like this was an intentional form of deception. So far this year, she and my son have been away from home for 9 weeks in the past 4 months, and I don't feel that this is an acceptable ratio of time away from home. She tells me that she would leave our son with me if we had a way to take care of him while I am at work. I told her that going on these trips and not allowing me to spend time with my son was unacceptable, and that if I had to go through a divorce and fight for custody to see our son, I would. I didn't want to go that route, but I felt like I didn't have any other option. I'm sure that there are details that I have missed, and will answer them the best that I can without being biased. Am I the bad guy?